This film explores the relationship between nature and the global spread of COVID-19. It is believed that this plague was caused by the expansion of human activity into the natural environment. This includes the caging up of wild animals for profit and consumption, intensive industrial agriculture, pollution of the environment, and global warming. This pandemic offers us an opportunity to review our social habits and how we interact with nature. The soundtrack is the Dawn Chorus, recorded during lockdown in April 2020. Quotes from poets, philosophers, scientists, and spiritual leaders ranging from the 9th century up to the present day examine the relationship between humanity and nature. Complementing these quotes are a selection of readings from Samuel Pepys's diary, who kept records of the Great Plague of 1663 to 1667. His observations show intriguing similarities between that plague some 355 years ago and the spread of COVID-19.
Sir W. Batten and I took coach and to the coffee house in Cornhill, where much talk about the Turks' proceedings and that the plague has got to Amsterdam, brought by a ship from Algiers, and it is also carried to Hambro.
Though owing to illusion it appears to be multiple names, forms and attributes, it always remains unchanged. It's like gold, which while remaining one is formed into various elements. You are that one.
On the changes that De Ruyter is dead with 50 men of his own ship of the plague at Calais.
A final drop of dew, or the first sparkling leaf, each illustrates this brief temporal world in which all things pass through.
Again homewards, and Sir W. Batten and I to the coffee house, but no news, only the plague is very hot still and increases among the Dutch.
You are not a drop in the ocean. You are the entire ocean in a drop.
Great fears of the sicknesses here in the city, it being said that 2 or 3 houses are already shut up. God preserve us all.
All things are in the universe, and the universe is in all things. We in it, and it in us. In this way, everything concurs in perfect harmony.
Thence to the coffee house with Creed, where I have not been a great while, where all the news is of the Dutch being gone out, and of the plague growing upon us in this town, and of remedies against it, some saying one thing, some another.
Nothing in nature is random. A thing appears random only through the incompleteness of our knowledge.
The town grows very sickly, and people to be afeard of it. There dying this week of the plague 112, from 43 the week before.
Nothing in the world is single. All things by a law divine in one spirit meet and mingle. Why not I with thine?
Thus we end this month, as I said, after the greatest glut of content that ever I had, only under some difficulty because of the plague, which grows mightily upon us, the last week being about 1700 or 1800 of the plague.
Heaven is under our feet as well as over our heads. What's the use of a fine house if you haven't got a tolerable planet to put it on?
It was dark before I could get home, and so landed at Churchyard Stairs, where to my great trouble I met a corpse of the plague in the narrow alley. I shall beware of being late abroad again.
If we love flowers, are we not born again every day? I was thinking today that the supernatural was only the natural disclosed, not revelation. 'Tis that waits but our unfurnished eyes.
But many of such as I know very well, dead. Yet, to our great joy, the town fills apace, and shops begin to open again. Pray God continue the plague's decrease, for that keeps the court away from the place of business.
If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency and vibrations. My brain is only a receiver. In the universe, there's a core from which we obtain knowledge, strength and inspiration.
But what, among other fine discourse, pleased me most was about respiration, that it is not to this day known how the action is managed by nature or for what use it is.
The discord into which the human soul has fallen can be harmoniously resolved through the sun as a natural object which knows no conflict.
Blessed be God, a good bill this week we have, being but 237 in all, and 42 of the plague, and of them but 6 in the city, though my Lord Bruckner says that these 6 are most of them in new parishes where they were not the last week.
If you lose touch with nature, you lose touch with humanity.
This morning the House of Parliament do meet, only to adjourn again till winter. The plague, I hear, increases in the town much, and exceedingly in the country everywhere.
The goal of life is to make your heartbeat match the beat of the universe, to match your nature with nature. God is the experience of looking at a tree and saying, "Ah."
Thanks be to God, the plague is, as I hear, increased but 2 this week. But in the country, in several places, it rages mightily, and particularly in Colchester, where it hath long been, and is believed will quite depopulate the place.
I am the song that sings the bird. I am the leaf that grows the land. I am the tide that moves the moon. I am the stream that halts the sand. I am the cloud that drives the storm. I am the earth that lights the sun. I am the fire that strikes the stone. I am the clay that shapes the hand. I am the word that speaks the man.
I to the office a little, and then to church, it being Thanksgiving Day for the cessation of the plague. But Lord, how the town do say that it is hastened before the plague is quite over. They're dying some people still.
Today I think only with scents. Scents dead leaves yield, and bracken and wild carrot seed, and the square mustard field. Odours that rise when the spade wounds the root of tree, rose currant, raspberry or goutweed, rhubarb or celery. The smoke smell too, flowing from where a bonfire burns. The dead, the waste, the dangerous, and all to sweetness turns. It is enough to smell, to crumble the dark earth, while the robin sings over again sad songs of autumn mirth. Things are as they are. Looking out into the universe at night, we make no comparison between right and wrong stars, nor between well and badly arranged constellations. The night kissed the fading day with a whisper, "I am death, your mother. From me you will get new life."